Hello and welcome to this episode of the podcast. This is part 2 of Trump's January 20th executive orders. This part will be shorter than the last one, primarily because we didn't have as much time as last time to cover everything else on the list. And the next episode will not be on this subject because, quite frankly, we want to move on to do other things, such as the Chinese AI. But the two that we are going to cover in this episode are Trump restoring the death penalty and guaranteeing the state's protection against invasion. Also, I am trying out the new microphone for this setting, as I promised in part 1, so hopefully you shall see some improvements in the audio quality. And with that, we'll get right into it.
Greetings.
Welcome to part 2 of Trump's executive orders that he signed on January 20th. The stuff that we did that is currently in red is our orders that we covered in part 1. So if you haven't seen that, I would recommend you go and watch part 1. We will only be covering the ones that aren't in red. That being said, we shall dive right into this.
That's the sound, Joe. That's my Joe Biden impression.
And the next one we will be covering is the restoring the death penalty. Yes,
I did not know
the death penalty
was restored. I did not know about that. That's a Huh. That's
What?
it's good. I feel like that's a good thing.
I don't.
Really?
Not
Because you're
surprised.
Of course, the liberal thinks that the death penalty. He would like the people like Jeffrey Dahmer to walk out in the streets again.
Oh no, I believe in keeping them forever in prison as they rot.
Yes, and let the taxpayers
Cruel
pay.
punishment. If you just kill them, you're just giving them a free pass.
But
That
here's
is true.
the thing with that.
Hold on.
The only thing is that I have learned that it does cost too much money to keep them in the prisons.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm assuming that's the thing. But it's still like
Like,
you're basically just being
it's
like,
basically
you killed someone, you're gonna go get the free pass.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, there's even more now.
More
Oh,
what?
yeah, he's been signing.
The Iron Dome for America.
He
I'm
also
surprised they have not done an Iron Dome already.
What else did he do? He did another one that was recent that I want to talk about and I forgot.
We're only covering the ones that we have summaries for, which are the ones on the 20th.
Oh, the ones that he signed day one?
Yes.
I did the intro that I did for, which I need to send it to you if you want it. The pre-intro that we do. On one of the catch lines, I said, signing like there's no tomorrow, because he's signed a bunch of them on the same day.
He did.
That's what I was gonna tell you guys. We should sign up to be in the press of the White House.
That's impractical at this point in
Yes.
time.
Yes.
But yeah, that's
Only a liberal can think of something that impractical.
It was actually done by the White House.
Just, I am right. I am always right.
You
You're
know-
talking to two autocrats.
You know what we do need is this
More money.
Yes.
Listen,
If we
You
have
see-
more money.
I need more money to buy my Kettenkrad.
Sounds like some sort of drug.
No, it's a motorcycle tank thing.
Back on topic,
Okay, cool.
the death penalty.
Is it-
I personally think it's a good thing because, and here's why. For the ones that are convicted, it's less of a drain on the American taxpayer.
Yes.
And it'll provide a stronger deterrence than life in prison.
It would. It would. That is true. Because
So,
technically,
which may result in a lower crime rate for those violent crimes that are subject to the death penalty.
You'd have to be really bad in order to get there, though.
Yeah.
The death penalty. That's like a once in a blue moon sentence.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I'm thinking is it does make sense to have the death penalty because as far as I'm concerned, it's basically free housing for these people because, you hear the stories of prison. It's basically like an entire community.
Yeah.
I have heard people, and this might be a joke, but they'd say that they literally committed a crime so they can go into prison so they have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
I have heard that. I have heard that too.
I don't know how true that is, but
It probably is.
they get food.
They get everything there. If you're good enough, heck, you can even get game consoles there if you're good enough.
Get TV.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I've heard of like game consoles with prisons.
Yeah, but
And honestly, for the more violent criminals, it would be cheaper just to kill them, and it sends a message.
Yes, we will not stand for this.
It does. When he did the death penalty, how severe is it, and how little crime is it? Because I know that he's always loved how China, even the littlest thing, they kill you.
I don't think. Well, it's either the labor camp or it's death. But that's the two basically. For China.
Yeah, for China, I'll be honest. I'm not so much familiar with their legal system, but I would not be surprised if they constantly execute people or, quote unquote, disappear people.
Yes.
To be honest, I'm surprised Jack Ma is still alive after his comments.
Didn't he criticize the party?
Yeah, he basically said the CP was limiting technology, and he disappeared for months on end.
And everyone thought he was dead.
Yeah, but then he reappeared, and now he's completely changed to be like, oh yes, the party is great. I'm on a farm. The party is great.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Some people might criticize the party, and not to get off topic, but there was 2 instances where people have said things critical about the party, and then just disappeared, and then reappeared saying that they like the party. That's all I have to say.
In terms of the death penalty, I'm still undecided.
I don't think it's going to be thrown out willy-nilly. I don't think... say if you're a shoplifter. I can't imagine you're going to get the death penalty for that.
There was one of my coworkers that said that if you shoplift, they should just cut one of your hand off. Like they used to do.
That is extreme.
But effective.
As per usual, the liberal is advocating for violence. They want to see... as much as I sort of agree... that any shoplifters should have their hands cut off.
Don't you want the death penalty?
I don't want it to be thrown out willy-nilly, Buster. We are civilized here. And I know you liberals will never know what civilized looks like.
Do you have anything else we want?
It's scary, man.
Good.
We're off topic. Why are you watching this? He's gay that way. You watched all that. You watched me in pain. He was getting his rocks off of that. Did you see that?
Silence. Both of you. I am surrounded by idiots who don't want to get things done. I am the only one here who wants to get this done. And this wasn't even my idea.
Go on, let's do it. Come on, I need to do this.
Do we have anything else we actually want to say about the death penalty?
There's nothing really much about it. It's kind of cut and dry.
Yes, and I agree with it because for the reasons I stated earlier.
Yes, and I agree with it too. Do you agree with it? Did we change your mind?
Like I said, I'm split between the two because on the one hand, it's too expensive to keep them.
Freaking
On the other hand, it's just giving them a free pass, according to me. But there are people that just said, God made me do it. So if they believe that they're doing it right by God, then I just think that they're going to get their free way out.
Those people are just religion in that cases.
And that I don't call that religion. I think
sometimes it's religion, or sometimes they say the song made me do it.
The
song. They listen to a song and it said it tells, or a book. I think it was Catcher in the Rye. It said the book made me do it, and then that's the reason why the book got banned. Catcher in the Rye. I think it was that one. I can't remember.
Anyway,
Back to topic.
anything else we want to say?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay, good. Move on.
So, our next one that we're going to be discussing is this one. Guaranteeing the state's protection against invasion. It's basically trying to say we will lock down the southern border. That's essentially the entire point of this executive order.
Obviously, I find this a good thing. Obviously.
Yes.
You know how it is. But about you, Robert?
I agree with this as well. I believe in stopping the illegal immigration process. I fully believe in immigration, not illegal immigration though.
Yes.
I believe in the legal process to enter this country. It should be followed by everyone who wants to experience this great nation.
Yes.
Legally come here, yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you agree?
Well, I mean, I've never been...
Good, so that means I don't need to yell at you.
I don't think anyone in this country is for illegally coming here. 'Cause it's dangerous.
The illegals care. They
Well, illegals are just coming here because it's just... If they're waiting 3 years...
Jose, speak up. Your audio is barely hearable.
If, how do I explain this? There's a lot of people, the immigration system right now takes too long. So I think people kind of just, if you're doing a test.
I do think that
it takes so long, so just
that's because the liberal bureaucratic system is making it slow.
I hope Doge can slim down the bureaucracy all across the government,
yes,
including in the immigration department, so that we can process these people faster, so we can have...
Sorry, guys. It's just all this lack of bureaucracy, man. Woo! Man. Oh, man. Glad I didn't bring a jacket.
Jacket.
Because it is getting hot in here.
Once again, the hard-on for ending bureaucracy continues.
Too erotic, apparently.
Anyway,
yes, should be
slightly off topic.
But yes, the immigration system, it takes too long, so people kind of just they just lose patience, and so they just jump.
Hop off, go across the border.
Yeah. And as you probably know, we're now sending them back. And I think Colombia actually said no for a while, but then Colombia's president backed down within 8 hours.
Yeah,
I think one of them said, "Hey, we'll give you some planes, and if you put them in the planes, we'll take them back." I'm pretty sure one country did. I can't remember which one.
I have heard that it's costing $800 million. No, not million. $800,000 per plane that they use to send people back.
Per offspring.
Not
the military ones, not the chartered ones, but the military ones are the ones that cost.
Offspring.
Are they using Ospreys too?
They are. They have videos of them, literally shoving them in the Ospreys.
Is it the cargo?
It's that cargo copter, the one that has the rotors that tilt forward. Put a picture of it. It's freaking iconic. It was literally everywhere in the movies. How the hell does no one know the name of this thing?
I don't know if it's that, but it's a thing
Here, you'll see it. That thing. They've been putting a lot of people in those things.
I know they've been using this big
It's
cargo plane.
literally that. It's
the
literally
C-130s. Are you talking about the C-130s?
C-130.
Yeah, C-130s, the giant C-130s,
I think I
Globe Masters. No, what was it gonna say? Yeah, it's
it's the Hercules. It's the Hercules.
Whoops, wrong one. The Globe Master is the jet one, the really big one.
I talked about the C-5.
Yeah, that thing.
Those ones, I think it was. Yeah. Here's the thing. Deportations by ICE through charter planes cost about $7,000 to $11,000. And the missions by the C-130, the Hercules, it costs about $50,000 to $100,000 per plane.
Does it really?
I was wrong with the $800,000.
You know, does it really?
Source for those figures?
ChatGPT.
Fascinating. But anyway.
There was a source, but it's not showing up.
Does it really matter? Do you know how many bullets we fired just by doing tests? I mean, not tests, drills, military drills?
I'm just saying, because if the government Doge, they're spending way more money than if they just charter planes.
I don't think the deportation's a Doge thing, is it?
It's not, but if Doge...
It's an ICE thing.
It is, but what I meant by that was, if they want to reduce the amount of spending by the government, they're actually funding more.
Oh, I see.
So it would make more sense to use the
Dude, I saw those videos of them, like, literally... They're literally hauling them off in chains, man. Like,
For people?
Like, the illegals. I'm pretty sure. There was, like, there was...
$850,000 per flight of a C-17.
$850,000?
$852,000.
It was saying depending on where and the length of how far.
A C-130 costs about $250,000.
$250,000 per trip?
Yeah.
That's quite pricey for a prop plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's that much for a prop plane, just imagine those big...
It's $852,000 for every 80 migrants.
He's doing the Nazis. No, I'm kidding.
Don't start that now.
It was, you said $800 million for how much money?
$852,000 per flight.
That is, man. How much does it cost to operate a Cessna? A Cessna.
I don't think a Cessna would be wise for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I know.
When you think of a Cessna, I think of the private jets.
No, they're like the tiny. They're like the private little airplanes.
Yeah, the private jets.
No, not jet. It's a plane. A little prop plane with one engine.
The ones that celebrity has, right? Like Taylor Swift would have one.
No, it's an airplane that you could buy yourself and fly yourself. You need to take flight training.
No, I wouldn't fly myself.
Oh.
Or get a pilot.
So what was
I
it?
wouldn't trust myself. I barely trust myself driving a car. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, now what was it? Well,
We were talking about guaranteeing the state's protection against invasion.
Mm-hmm.
obviously, this is a good thing. Obviously,
What needs to be done next is making a good immigration system.
that
Yes.
too.
Yes. Both are good steps that should be taken. One is already being undertaken. But I do believe it is time for an immigration reform.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. It's way too slow.
Yes.
There was, I think,
Because of your liberal bureaucratic system.
there was going to be something to fix it during Biden. That both Republicans and Democrats worked together to do this. And they both agreed. And I think Trump actually told the Republicans not to vote for it. Because he wanted to run on that.
Is that a liberal trick? Look that up. That could be
To
it.
be honest,
That could
I would see that kind of partisanship happening.
I would see that too. I'm just curious about it though. You should see those videos of those ospreys though. It looks like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout's literally like taking over the United States. The only thing's missing is the power armor.
If I remember correctly, it was something that was going to send more money for more guards watching the borders, therefore stopping
I
the
see.
illegal entrances.
I see.
In early 2024, a bipartisan group of senators introduced an immigration reform bill.
Circulates on failed U.S. immigration reform policy. I can't find anything that says Trump.
Oh my God! Wait,
What?
I might be overreacting, but breaking news: 60 passengers and 4 flight crew were aboard American Airlines jet that collided with Army Black Hawk helicopter in Washington D.C. I might be overreacting. Is that a big deal?
That is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very big deal. Any airplane crash is a big deal.
Yes.
I looked at
Oh my.
Well, I didn't. What?
Is
What?
that what happened?
Oh wow. DC plane crash. Update. Black Hawk helicopter collides into. Oh boy. That's a big and. I'm assuming everyone's dead.
This is something else we need to work on. The FAA, because there's been so much. What's it called?
Is there? I can't imagine. I really. Oh boy.
It's too at this point. It's too early to know how many people died.
Really?
Yeah, this is
So that suggests that there's survivors.
It's too early to know at this point.
Usually, a collision with a plane and something and another flying aircraft is usually results in everyone dead. There is usually no survivors for that.
Was it in air?
Yes, midair. It sounds like.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Does it like land? Was it like landing?
I don't know. But unfortunately, you will. By the time you listen to this, you'll know more than we do now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't waste too much time harping on this now.
Yes.
Yeah, this is being recorded literally as it's happening.
Yes.
So it's still developing.
Yes. But do we have anything else to say about the guarantees the state's protection against invasion?
Besides the fact that it's good.
Nope, as long as we... Oh, no, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
As long as we make sure to make a good... What's it called?
Immigration system?
Immigration system.
Yes.
And that's it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Originally, we were going to cover more, but we ran out of time, and we just decided to move on to other things, just to not keep covering the same subject over and over again. And yeah, that's it for this one. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.